Hi guys, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
We have Balaji, Bhuvanesh, Pavan and Vishnu. Very good.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening everyone. How are you all doing?
Fine, sir.
Excellent. Okay. How's your classes going on? Classes are going on good?
Yes, sir. Well,
Yes, sir.
Good to hear. Okay, let me share my window. So when did we said we'll do our this one seminar? Yes, remember?
30, sir.
30th. Oh, that's 3 days away. You all ready?
Yes, sir. Somewhat.
30th is Sunday. I think I have to get my speaker on Sunday. Okay, I'll get a couple of days. So let's go around. Who are all ready? I saw only Vishnu's present. You guys need any help? Right. So we'll have to see. Right. So guys, tell me, like, I want you to be prepared properly and do it seriously, right? So all the 5 teams, let's read. I want to hear from them now. Sure, can you get the charger and some more water? Come fast. Getting ready. Right. So Pavan, so who's your partner?
Vishnu, sir.
Okay, Pavan and Vishnu. I think you. So Pavan, you have seen the slide, or Vishnu works secretly?
Yes, sir. Vishnu has shown me, sir. I have seen and I have told everything is fine, sir.
Very good. Fine. Okay. Very good. So you are ready. Okay. Then Balaji, and who's your partner?
Ishwar, sir.
Balaji and Ishwar. What did you do?
Sir, we are referring those two links, sir, and
Okay. So you guys will be ready by Sunday or not? That's the question.
yes, sir.
You'll be ready? Fantastic. Okay. Now you guys understand it technically, right? You understand what you have to do, right? If you don't understand anything, yeah, you have to talk to me. I will explain it to you, right?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
See, it's also my image at stake. I'm going to get external, guest for that to hear you, right? If my students don't know anything, then they'll form opinion on me, right? So at least for that sake, both you all have to prepare. And if you don't understand anything, it's okay to take help. It's not a way was in that sense. I want you to read and learn something in the process. That is the objective. It's not a test on you, right? Right. So it's okay to take help from anybody. Okay. Right. Okay. So then who else? So Balaji and Ishwar are partners. Then there is nobody else. Yogesh, let me ask you. Yogesh, who is your partner for the seminar coming on Sunday? Huh? Okay, you three. Okay. Okay.
What?
There is a seminar on this 30th of August, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think yourself, Ishwar, and Balaji, right? Rajarajan. Okay. Okay. I'll have a chat with him separately. He's going to find it very difficult, right, to make up, right? Unless one of you take responsibility to bring him to speed, I'll not be happy. Right? I'm going to have a tough conversation with those people. They've not even told me that he's not attending, right? This is not fair, right? College, can you do that way without telling the staff you're 1 month leave you're taking? What will happen? Yeah, he has to tell me, right? No. He only told me. He didn't tell me anything. Okay. He didn't tell you directly. Yeah, he has to tell directly, right? Yeah, at least I spoke to him. I got time. I spoke to him and he told, right? Okay. Anyway, so who else?
If he doesn't come to speed, then myself and Yogesh have to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you both have to do it, and let me know if you need any help. Okay. And Bhuvanesh and Balaji, who are your partners?
Sir, myself and Shankar Narayanan
Okay.
are our team, sir. We visited through the website, sir. Go through it, but yet to make PPT, sir.
Okay. Have you understood what is to be done? PPT is okay. Have you understood what is written in that thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good. Very good. So how about Balaji?
Sir, I already told Ishwar, sir.
Ishwar, no. Ishwar says he and Rajarajan and Yogesh, right?
He is in two teams, sir.
Who is in two teams?
Send me twice, two things.
Really?
Ishwar.
You put
Yes,
me
sir.
into,
Why did you do like that? I made a mistake then.
No, your last two topics required three fellows. You put three fellows. Sriram, Girish, Rakesh were in one. You put me again along with Raja and your
Okay, good. Do it then. It's good. Okay. Yeah, whatever. I made a mistake. Maybe. Okay. Anyway. Good. Prepare. Okay. No, I'm giving all the help. See, but you have to tell me if on the same day you ask. I'll find it very difficult. My time is very compressed, right? That is, you have to give me a heads up. Few hours before. Yesterday I found it very difficult. All of you had questions. I want to help, but I didn't have any time. Unless today afternoon I was so busy, then only I could help you guys, right? Take only few minutes. Even the few minutes I didn't have, that's a problem, right? It's not that I don't want to help you. Coming days are going to be more difficult. I think I told about the mentor cart and all, right? There are more activities are going to come, right? And so it's going to get compressed, my day by day, right? So you have to block my time upfront and make sure that I'm available for you, right? So you have to find ways to get my attention, right? Either block my calendar or find out when I'm available, those kind of things actually, right? Okay. So do that. Yeah, I'm willing to help that, but your time is constrained. That's why, right? We'll look at that. Okay. So we are going out on 30th. Any questions? Yeah, let me know. Don't keep till the last minute. So if you want something to discuss for tomorrow, let me know now itself. So I can block my time for tomorrow for 15 minutes or 20 minutes, whatever. But you have to read and come. Don't tell me explain everything. No, that papers are very simple papers. Somebody you read, you will understand. It's very plain English kind of thing, right? So read it. If you don't understand specific thing, you send me a message. I'll definitely have 5 to 10 minutes in a day. Definitely I can spend. Right? But tell me one day before on the day morning. Right? Don't tell me at 2 p.m. say I want to talk by 3 p.m. I want to know. That's not possible. Right? Okay. So let's get started. I think one of my other guy has to come and he didn't show up. What is his name? Siddharth. Let me ask him is joining. Okay, so I met with an interesting personality today. I think I told Ishwar offline we were having lunch. Right, I met IPS officer from Andhra Pradesh. Right, so he was my ex-lecturer. I think I told him about the class, right? So he was the person who asked me what, when, how, where, right? I think one of the first as I told you, right? I was taught by one of my professor or lecturer, right? So it was the same person. When I told him, he was so happy. Right, I remember this. I tell my students, whatever you taught me after 30 years. He was like, wow, he was impressed. So it'll happen, right? After 30 years, you're telling somebody this what you did to me. He was so impressed. I told you, there are certain incidents in life you'll never forget. This is one of that. And I also told him, he presented me a book for whatever reason, I don't know. Right? He presented me a book. It must be somewhere. I don't know where it is. I don't know. He autographed it. He wrote about a tennis player. I don't know. It's Boris Becker or somebody.
Boris Becker.
Right? Have you seen that book, Ishwar?
No, I've heard of him.
Okay. Siddharth joined the class. Hi, Siddharth. Welcome. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Siddharth, I'm talking about Bala uncle. Right. So
I understood, sir.
Yeah. So I spoke to him after 30 long years. 1988 is what I met him last. Maybe linked. I know that he's in IPS. He's in Andhra Pradesh. He was in intelligence and all before. Then he went to road transport. I kind of my guys told, but never spoke to him, and we connected so quickly. I told him, yeah, and he's the one. I've been telling all these students for last 2 months that every class, anything you do, you have to be structured as why, what, when, how. Engineering is all very simple. If you ask this question to yourself, right? So I don't know, Siddharth, you know it. Whether Bala told you or not, I don't know, right?
No, I've been in touch with him.
But did he tell you that what is engineering? Engineering is very simple. Asking why, what, when, and how, right?
Yeah.
Any question you have, you don't understand anything, you ask those questions. Or you're trying to explain a concept to somebody, you ask why, what, use the same questions, then you'll get all the answers. You'll understand everything and you can explain better to everyone.
Yeah, true.
Right? So you should do that and do that religiously, you will become a good engineer. Engineering is very simple. This is what is engineering. These 4 questions you have to follow till your last breath. I do that till day. Like last year I've been following up. You can see how my presentations that's how I've done. So this Sunday presentation, I think Siddharth, so somebody wants a partner, Siddharth is available. Siddharth, there's a webinar.
Put him in my place.
Which
Sure.
team?
With 2 teams.
Yeah, which team? Which team? You have to tell me the team name.
One team is with Balaji, one is with Yogesh.
So ping me on the WhatsApp. What is the topic? Siddharth, there are 5 topics. It's basic on the latches, state machines, and flip-flops kind of thing. Very basic concepts.
Yeah.
There are 5 white papers I have given. They form 5 teams. And
Yeah.
some teams are like running in trouble because some guys are taking off to prepare for the exams and stuff like that, right? So not everyone attend the classes, so they want some attention.
Sure.
So you get to pick melee state machine or the resets. Which one you are comfortable, Siddharth?
Out of these two,
Yeah, melee state machine or synchronous or asynchronous reset. The two topics.
asynchronous and synchronous. Yeah.
Okay, sure. So you have to send in the his base asynchronous synchronous. Siddharth will do it. You don't have to do it. Do only melee.
Siddharth has to combine with Yogesh and
And you give him the white paper, paste it in the forward in the WhatsApp group.
which on that topic.
Yeah, the reset.
Okay, you know resets, right?
Yeah, the reset paper. Yeah, search it in my email.
Yeah.
Look at it and send it to him. Right? Reply or forward the email again or send it the WhatsApp. I added him both groups. Okay. So he's done a lot. So I requested him to come and address you people in next month. So he's going to do that. He's in East Coast right now in US. So he has taken some time off. So I'll not go through a lot of details. Somebody's calling. Hydraulics. Who's this man? Somebody's calling me. Okay. I don't know who is that. Is there any high priority call? No. Sridhara. Okay. Who is that? Okay. Yeah. So we are going to do that, and he's going to come and address us for an hour. At this convenient time, we'll do that. He's an interesting personality, and I told him. I think I got this discussed. He gave me a book, and he wrote about one of the tennis player. It's something he wrote. I remember Boris Becker or McEnroe or Steffi Graf. Somebody. One of those people of 80s. He wrote something about that interesting quote, and
What did you say about Pete Sampras?
maybe Pete Sampras, maybe yeah.
Sampras, Agassi.
One of the people, he wrote some interesting quote. Yeah, it's got something called perseverance. You never give up, or I think you look for bigger goals. I think that's what thing. So even if you get 5 Grand Slams, you're done for 6th Grand Slam and 7th Grand Slam, something like that. Who got more Grand Slams in the day? Stephen, anybody follows the tennis of the 80s? Steffi Graf, McEnroe, Boris Becker, I suppose. Who has the most you know what is a Grand Slam actually, right? What is a Grand Slam?
Grand Slam is what? It's like your World Cup in cricket.
No. You get all the titles basically, right? Australian Open, French Open, German Open, and whatever. There's a different turfs, right? One is on grass, Wimbledon is on grass. One is on clay. One is on artificial. US Open is on not.
All the tournaments actually.
You have to get all the 4-5 tournaments you have to win.
Wimbledon, then Australian Open,
French Open, US
French
Open.
Open, US Open.
Yeah, 4. Right? You have to get it on all the 4 things you have to get, and that's one Grand Slam. So somebody got it for 6th or 7th, but still you should raise your goal and should go for that. I think that's what something like that he wrote. I think he wanted a copy of that thing. I had to go and hunt. I don't know where it is.
Any face from the court you remember?
No man, 35 years, right? How do I remember, right? At least I suddenly recollected when I talked to him, and he was so happy. The 2 memories I quoted, and that's how we started a conversation. And it's all God's grace. And we spoke a lot of things, and I cannot tell everything. He'll come and share in this meeting. So he agreed to do that, right? He's a perfect guy, and he's a good mentor, right? I'll ask him, and I'll quickly introduce Siddharth. Siddharth, you want to talk about yourself quickly in a minute or so?
Sure. Hi, I'm Siddharth, and I've done my MSc in electronics from Melbourne University. Yeah, that's me. Pretty.
Okay. No, that's not. I think you have to learn something called elevator pitch. You asked that in the group. I think one of them will explain what is elevator pitch offline, right? So who wants to explain what is elevator pitch to him? Any volunteers?
Yeah, I've done elevator pitch, sir.
You know? Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's a 2 minutes.
you'll have to do. Yeah, then you have to tell me what is your elevator pitch. How you have to use elevator pitch and to introduce yourself.
Sure. Fine. I've done my bachelor's in electronics and communication engineering from Vellore Institute of Technology, Vellore, and post that I've done my master's in, as I've stated, from University of Melbourne in Australia, and after that I worked on data sciences. Then post that now I'm working on full stack development. So these are my technical skills, and apart from those, my usual hobbies are playing outdoor games, indoor games, like chess and things like that. And yeah, I like cooking, I like driving, and yeah, pretty much these are my normal likes and dislikes.
Yeah, the
Dislikes
elevator
I didn't
pitch
mention
awards,
this.
like what these guys know is slightly different, right? I think yeah, one of you
Yes.
tell him what Balaji thought you guys on elevator pitch. Offline, not now in this meeting, later on, right? So I want one volunteer, like who wants to tell him what is elevator pitch. Offline. Just call up separately tomorrow and tell him what did you understand the elevator pitch. Do you agree that whatever Siddharth spoke is elevator pitch or not? Huh?
There's scope for improvement.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So yeah. So who wants to? I want to volunteer. Otherwise, I'll nominate. Yeah, Pavan is volunteering. Okay. So Pavan, you have to reach out to Siddharth. He's in the WhatsApp group. I added him today. So help him out. Right, Siddharth, you have to ask Pavan. He'll help you tomorrow offline. Okay.
Yes.
Very good. Excellent. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I think you have to volunteer. And I told Siddharth also to help because he has done masters. He has a lot of experience. Because sometimes I get busy. So Pavan also is like he's helping look at some of my assignments and all. So like Siddharth also will help us on need basis. To me, when I get very busy to answer some questions, so he'll help us, right? So that's the way. And he's very much interested to build a career in VLSI. So that's why he's here, right? Okay, let's get started. Okay, my favorite Steve Jobs. So Siddharth, so the way we do is first we look a quote of Steve Jobs, and once we run out of these quotes, we'll get some other famous personalities, and then a lateral thinking puzzle. Then we go to the class, right? Then we may extend the class. I think we're doing late, so we may extend by 10-15 minutes, right? Okay, so I've not read this yet. Let's you read it yourself. Then let me know. Raise your hand when you are done. We're done. Have you seen it? Read it? Okay. Pavan raised his hand. Raise your hand. I want you to talk briefly about it. What do you understand? So Pavan, what did you understand? Why others tell, right? So quickly you have to tell in one line, like what is the summary of this? One line summary. Pavan. Okay, let's ask Siddharth. Siddharth, like, what did you learn from this? What is the one point?
So pretty much what I understood was you can always make an impact on the life around you at any stage of life.
Right. He says you don't be routine. Don't get impacted. People do whatever they want. Don't. So you have to raise your own limit. That's what he says, right? You just don't do the mundane routine things, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So you all agree with me? That's what you all understand, right? So you have to summarize that. That's very important. Not only read, it's one big paragraph. So you have to tell the essence. Just like if you have mango, you squeeze that, you get a juice, right? So that way you have to just squeeze entire thing and get a one drop of the thing that you have to get. That's comprehending is very important skill, right? So that's one of the tests for this, having this particular quote, right? So if you don't understand, yeah, ask me offline. So I'll help you, right? So idea is that now you don't get bottleneck yourself in one particular thing. Keep your thoughts free and you think yourself, and you have to influence other people. You influence yourself and influence others. That's what he says. Okay. And this guy is just fantastic. I don't know why I love him. Just that it's not pre-planned, guys. Just it's happening just that way, right? And is one of I don't know. As I talk to you guys, I'm discovering more about this guy, right? He's a very special guy. Okay, lateral thinking. I told you last class about do things in a different way, right? So I was asking you some different questions. I think Siddharth, you will go through. I think you go through my previous class notes. You'll know what is lateral thinking. This is slightly different today, right?
Sure.
So what is you have to find a caption for this. What is this?
No, what exactly do you want us to find?
What is it called? There's a caption for this. What caption will you give for this?
These two pictures
Together form one word. Countdown starts now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Step up.
No. What does it connect with Mahendra Singh Dhoni?
Oh, I thought with the ball, which is up.
Okay. Ball is one clue. Yes. I agree with the ball. Ball is agree. One part of the answer. You got it. Siddharth, right? Yeah. It's a two. You join those two words, it becomes a single word.
Step down to the pavilion, sir.
No, it's just one word that ends with the ball. I think Siddharth gives an answer, right? What is the other half? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Baseball.
Yes. Who said that?
Me.
Siddharth.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Baseball is the right answer. Basement, right? Base and the ball. You have to think that's little thinking, right?
It doesn't look like a
Why? He's just getting down in the.
I thought it's an empty room, right? I thought it's an empty board.
Why do you have steps coming into the empty room, and we'll have like this? It definitely looks like a basement, right? See, like how
Yes, sir.
unfinished and everything, right? So that's what you have to think, right? That's a little thinking. Okay, let's look at the next clue. What is this? I'll
Big
give a
boss.
hint. It's a combination of two words, becomes a one word.
Big boss.
Yes, that's right. Excellent, Siddharth. Big boss.
Who's the one on the left?
Yes, sir. So Siddharth, what do you
He's a big show.
Big show and boss.
Big and then a
Big
boss.
show. He's yeah.
The big. He's big, and there's a boss. Like his boss. Somebody's talking to the boss, right?
No, sir. His name is Big Show.
Okay, this is a boss. Yeah, right.
Yes, sir.
This is a boss, basically, right? Somebody's discussing with the boss, correct?
Yes, sir.
So this is a big boss. Very good. See? Excellent. Let's see this next one. What is this? The three words. Interesting, yeah. So one word. So start guessing. Don't keep quiet, man. I want you to guess. Think loud.
It's Aiko, Seiko.
Yes, ICO is correct. Yeah, what ICO? Correct, you're going the right direction. Think. Yes,
Indian.
everyone, I want everyone to think. Talk. Unmute yourself and talk. It's a teamwork.
Team Aiko. No.
So ICO is right. It's ending in
First
ICO.
picture is mechanic or repairing, sir.
So yeah, right. But what is the word? How do you? ICO is correct. How do you attach that?
But engine or
Okay, time out, guys. Anybody else?
Psycho.
Biko, psycho.
Not psycho.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer comes. Mexico. Mechanic, right?
oh,
Oh, mechanic.
That's all is lateral thinking, right? So it's not explicit. No, we have been seeing that, right? Last 3-4 classes, right? When you're getting used to that, you go to the same model, you're able to judge. Then I told I'm going to change my approach, right? You found it very easy in the last class, right? I go the same way, correct? So now you go. Now that's what you have to do a level up. You got used to the technique. Now you change the technique, right? So you have to think out of the box. And same way you have to apply the thoughts in engineering also. No, just not for fun. I'm doing it for fun. The same concept you have to apply when you study something in the college, or your day-to-day life problems, or in your professional life, right? So that's why you are doing all this. Don't think I'm just doing for fun. You're doing for a very particular purpose. The reason is for you to enable to think out of the box. The thinking skills are very important. And you have to think 360 degrees. Don't restrict that. Don't put any constraints. I think that's the right way, right? Don't put any constraints on it. Once you put constraints, your brain cannot think, right? So feel free. You have the entire 360, entire world. Sky is the limit, right? So think that way, okay? So that's the message. Okay, back to Verilog. We saw about what assignment we saw in the last class. Can somebody summarize? Who wants to summarize? Last class, we saw about one particular delay. What is the delay we saw? What delay? What delay we saw? Well, Sriram is not in today's class. I don't know what happened. Girish has come. Welcome, Girish.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what did we learn in the last class? That's day before yesterday. I spent a lot of time on just one slide, man. You guys, this is not the way. Did you read? I told you to spend 3x time than what I do, right? You spend 3 hours in a week, you have to spend 9 hours, right? So in 2 days, how many hours you spent on revising? I'll go very slow. Let's Vishnu. How much time is? Be honest. How much time you spent in last 2 days? Yesterday and today. Did you get to revise at all or no?
Yes, sir. Last class
You revised.
we saw about the delay controls.
Give me one example. What did you learn?
Latency is some.
Yes, very good. Okay. No,
some
latency is, you have to use that. What concept? What did it teach? You cannot just turn one word from the last class. You have to explain the concept, right? So then only I'll know what you understood. See, this is why I told you it's a closed loop, right? I want you to come and explain. That's why I asked you to write your own notes. You guys are not doing it, right? I'm going to become very serious. I don't know when that will happen.
So in procedural blocks,
Yeah.
what are the
You're
various
talking-
types of timing delays we can give?
I'll mute.
Like delay control with the number and latency, something called delay control with the identifier.
Very good. Very good.
And-
Excellent. Yeah, so
and
let
some
let me other guy, right? Yeah, let's ask Bhuvnesh. Bhuvnesh, can you tell one thing? One concept, what you learned the last class? Okay, let's pause him. We'll go to Ishwar.
So you defined a parameter, you gave it some value, and you use that parameter instead of giving a random number for delay.
Okay, good job. Yeah. Okay, next, who wants Balaji? Other guys be ready. I want everyone to tell one concept. Girish didn't attend, so I'll give the benefit of doubt. I think we'll go to Balaji, Bhuvanesh, and then Yogesh. We'll stop there. Bhuvanesh, Balaji.
Sir, we can use minimum, typical, and maximum delay values, sir.
Excellent, excellent. Very good, excellent. So what is the minimum, typical, and maximum value? Can you explain?
Sir, it depends on the SOC, sir. In simulation, we can implicitly say what are the values we can choose between the range, sir. Example, 4 is to 5 is to 6, sir. Here it means 4 is the minimum delay, sir. 6 is the maximum delay, sir, and 5 is the
So
typical delay, sir.
what is application practically? Right? Why do you want to have 3 parameters? Why not 2? I gave you a lot of examples. I explained, right? Why the 3 are required. I think I spent a lot
Yes,
of time to explain the concept. I told like stories also, right? I gave a lot of examples.
Please share some error.
No.
Not like error, but when you
So,
manufacture from the die.
Yeah, Ishwar is saying some good things actually. Why don't you talk on the phone, Ishwar?
So when you manufacture a chip from your die, there sometimes you may the time taken by the signal to reach that it will not be uniform across all parts of the die. So for some to go get centrally, you take the chip which is exactly in the center of the die, it will take more time. Or if you take the one that is on the peripheral of the die, it will take lesser time. So in order to adjust all that, you have a minimum time and you have a maximum time. Within that range only, it will reach all the chips.
Okay, so kind of okay. Yeah. So it's basically a process. The process defines the delays, how a flip-flop delays change across the corners. I also talked about the voltages and temperatures, right? When voltage increase, what happens? So there's a range where things work, right? I told something called data sheet, right? So that's how it works. Very good, excellent. Yogesh, you have any points to say from the last class? What did you get to revise?
The one I'm more clear about is using different expressions to define the latency. And then there was the other one with the minimum and maximum. And then,
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic, excellent. So this way, you think let's do the same model, right? So at least each one will come and share one point from what you key takeaways. So it becomes a revision for us, right? Even if we go slow, I think it's very useful. That way you'll never forget, right? So it's a good approach, and yeah, but we need to spend more time. But yeah, let's do that. Let's try for a few weeks and let's see if it's benefiting to you all. Let's do that, right? I think it's like a good idea basically to share knowledge this way, right? Okay, today we are going to see about intra-assignment delay. Let me pointer option. So what is intra-assignment? So let's look at the example. So this simple, and so see the hash y is coming to this side on the right hand side. You should have the delay on the left hand side, but now you have the delay on the right hand side. Okay. So why? Look at the value. See, it's the comment. Take the value of x and z at the time 0, right? Evaluate x plus z, then wait for 5 time units to assign to the y. Right? So there's a precedence here, right? So it doesn't delay x by 5 and then add with z. It doesn't do that, right? It as the x so plus has the more higher precedence. As the x plus z, it finds out a time equal to 0. Then after 5 time units, it's assigned to the y. This is called intra-assignment delay. Okay. So how we can do that? Can you do in the regular way? How do you do it? So x equal to y equal to 0. You create a temp variable x plus z, and you put hash phi y equal to temp x z, right? You have to create a temporary signal here. You evaluate that and then you assign to the output. So by doing this, what do you gain? Right? So you avoid one temporary variable here. That's all. You avoid one signal.
Can't you directly give the expression there?
Where?
Can't you directly give the expression instead of using a temporary variable?
No, you cannot. It will be syntax error. Cannot do that way. It's a good question, though. I'm thinking. You can actually.
It's a temporary variable.
Yeah, good question actually. You can, I suppose. Yes, you can. Yeah, let's see. The take value of express here at the current time.
Not mentioned in
No, see this here. See here. Read this. This is a critical thing. Read this. Even though x and z might change between 0 and 5, it can keep changing. At 2 nanoseconds, x will change. But the value assigned to y at 5 is unaffected. Understand, right? That is the difference. If you put here, that is different, right? I think I should show you example. Is it clear or should I write? I think why don't you do a lab for this? You'll understand. But you have to give the condition like this.
I will put a simple program for this.
Not program, guys. I hate. You get a punishment. Write a code. Write a code or a design. You say code. Don't use the word program, right? So that's for you also. We don't use the word program because there is software. We are dealing with the hardware here, right? So don't use the word program. I'll be pissed off, right? Use a word like a code or a HDL or whatever it is, right? Use the word code. That's more decent, right?
Sure, sir.
Right. So x equal to 0 changes here. Y is changing here, right? And you evaluate what happens if the y becomes 0 here. That's what it says, right? And x also becomes 0 here. And this is 0 and this is 5 time unit. This is 5 time unit, let's say, right? So even though this happens, this value will remain same here. That's what it says, right? Something like the exponent will change only here. This whatever value you change here, it will not get affected. This is a rough diagram. Yeah, but you simulate it, you will understand well. But you have to, for that, you have to change the value of x and z randomly between the 0 to 5 nanoseconds. So do that as your homework and let's understand how this works, right? What is the difference? To assign inter assignments, intra assignments, right? You understand that? You have to do it, okay? So do that. You don't have to submit to me, but you do it as your own interest to understand it better. Zero delay control. What is zero delay control? To make that sure the statement is executed last, right? To eliminate the race conditions. And what is the race condition? Can anyone raise your hand if you know what is the race condition? Anybody knows? Pavan, know what is or Siddharth, you know what is the race condition? I am sure all of you know. All of you know. If you tell the example, you know what is the race. You all will say, I know. What is that?
Some statement getting executed much faster than the other one when it was supposed to.
No, give an example in terms of hardware. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Siddharth, in principle. You're telling in terms of programming language. I'm telling in terms of hardware. Where do you see the race condition in the hardware? In certain
case of interrupt.
No, man, it's RS latch, right? And when one you give the RS latch, it keeps talking. It's not defined, right? Agree? SR latch or RS latch. You would have studied in your digital electronics in the first year or second year, right? Correct or not? You all forgot. Right? One of the combination 00011011, right? So 11 combination gives the Q and Q bar values are same. That's why it's called race condition, correct? You guys recollect or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. If you don't recollect, go and study. Go back to the Wikipedia or Morris Mann, one of the textbook you read and understand what is the race condition. Right? It's one of the basic thing what you studied in the college. You don't forget all these concepts, right? So this course is not meant for that, right? Okay. So there are multiple zero elements, multiple zero delay statements. You don't know, it's very non-deterministic. Right? Look at this, right? This is a simple statement. Here you're saying zero delay control. This is how you do it, right? So basically you're going to put a zero to go to the last. But here you don't know what order will execute because there are two places where you put zero. Let's say one place, here you remove the zero. Let's say the zero is not there, right?
How come this will be executed last?
Let's say the zero is not there. So this is executed. You try it out, no?
Logically, if you look at it, if you give a delay, that thing is only supposed to execute later, right?
It has zero, right? Zero has no value, right?
It can also mean like you can execute at any time.
No.
Exactly.
Similar to understand. That's something called ordering. That's something called delta delay. I'll explain the concept, right? So I'll talk about delta delay in one of the coming classes.
Yeah, but I don't understand why you would give 0 and then say that it would be the last one to.
Yeah, exactly. There is a concept. 0 is has no phase, it is 0, right? But it has to order. The tool, it cannot do everything at one shot. It has to do ordering. The simulation tool will do something called ordering. So when you do the ordering, when you find the hash 0, you will put that in the last for execution at that particular time. Okay?
So it's just the syntax for this.
Not syntax. It's a kind of technique for you to adjust. This is extremely risky if you code like this, right? I'm telling you, it's not a good design practice. Let me tell you that, right? This is only for verification. It's not for design. As you say, I change the topic. Right? Verilog for verification. That's what I'm calling this series, right? No. Design, it's not synthesizable. If you put a hash 0, I think Vishnu to ask you the question, right? You asked me a question on the mentor card, right? So this hash 0 are not synthesizable. Hash 1, any of the delay control, what we are reading, whatever we see in this webinars, in this particular series, I call it as a design for verification, not for design, Verilog for design. I'm calling Verilog for verification, right? That's what I call. If you go back and look at, right? Verilog for verification, right? I look at my invites also, I say the same thing. It's called Verilog for verification.
0 delay is non-synthesizable.
None of the delays are synthesizable. Okay, fine. Right? Other than only for test bench purpose. So whatever you read, I'll call it explicitly. Whatever I'm teaching from yesterday, they are all non-synthesizable constructs. Okay. So they're only for the verification purpose. Okay. It's not a good practice. I'm telling these are the tool allows, the language allows to do all these things, but I would suggest you don't do it. They're not good practices. Because so you should never give anything control to the tool. I told you, right, in one of the class. So you should be the master. You should have everything in your control. You should define how the tool has to execute it. So don't leave the tool, because tomorrow you go to another tool, that tool will behave in a different way. Then what will you do, right? You cannot put your code to other tool. So never do any such things. But this is for you to understand the language. Once you know this, I'm going to introduce some concept called delta delays. So there you will find it useful, this concept. Okay. Okay, regular event control. So I think you would have, you all know what is the passage of clock, right? You all know. Siddharth, you know, right? What is the at passage of clock?
From what I've learned vaguely, I would say like on that pause edge of the clock, it will do that action.
Yeah.
A negative edge and positive edge of the clock, it will do that action.
Right. So you do always add passage of clock and then something, right? And so that is one example, but this is different. But in test bench, how do you do that? So what is it? That's on the design side. So this is for the test bench side. In verification side, you want to do based on event. You know what is the event? What does the event mean? In English, in dictionary, what does the event mean? What is it? Something that is not how dictionary defines it, right?
I think there's some disturbance in the net.
Okay, what does the event mean?
Experiment, sir.
Event is not experiment, man. What do you think event is experiment? Event is something happening, right? This event happened today.
At a specific time.
You say something called event manager. What is the event manager role? Yes, you have a party. There's the event, right?
Something that's happening in a certain time and place.
You say, polite language. You don't want to say, well, it's a financial manager is planning your thing. When the event happens, he actually means death. You don't want to use that word. At the time of the event, the money goes to the insurance guys will talk like that, right? At the time of the event, your money goes to your family. He will say, right? An unforeseeable event. You can say like that, right? The event is some occurrence of something, actually something, right? That's the event. Your birthday is an event, right? Any you go for a show or you go for any cricket match or any baseball match, that's the event.
Precise definition, because you don't know whether an event is going to happen at a certain time or whether it's going to
No, it's happening at a certain time. That's called event. When the cricket match is happening, when the show is happening, that's the event. It'll say, right? It's happening at 5 p.m. or 3 p.m. or midnight, whatever, right? That's the event, right? So there's an event. It's going to happen at a certain time. That's called a regular event. So you say at clock, Q equal to D. What do you say? It's executed when the signal clock changes value. Whenever the clock changes, toggles, either from 0 to 1 or 1 to 0, the D goes to Q. That's what it says, right? And all this will happen at the initial block. Okay, so please understand that. Right? At passage of clock, Q equal to D. So whenever the positive edge happens, the D goes to Q. Right? Here difference is it happens at every edge. This happens at negative edge. It's same 1 to 0 transition. Or it's also X to Z or X to 0 or Z to 0. You remember that, right? It's not just 1 to 0. And see here. Now, when the signal goes, you know what is X? You know what is a Z, right? What is X?
This is some unknown.
Unknown. What is Z?
Floating.
Yeah, floating, exactly. Undefined. X is floating. Yeah, floating. Tri-state. I'll talk about what is tri-state. I'll talk about tri-state. Yeah. I think I told what is tri-state in another class. I told no current flows in the tri-state. I told you in one of the class. I think when I talk about CMOS or something, I told no current flows. So it's called tri-state state. I explained in one of the class very briefly, not in detail. Right. Anyway, we will talk in detail. Yeah. So Q equal to at passage of clock D. That means open. So D is evaluated immediately. Assigned to Q at the passage of the clock. So there's a difference, right? Between this and this, there's a difference. The same example we saw in the previous slide, actually, right? So D is evaluated immediately and it goes to Q the next edge of the clock, right? And here, different. Whenever it's assigned to Q, whenever they're doing the right edge of the clock only. So it's a subtle difference, right? Between this and this. Understand?
Show any difference in your how in the time of your output?
Yeah, how it evaluates the D changes in between, right? You do example and see. Same example, if the D changes immediately, right? Right? D is evaluated. After D changes, right? And then next D changes again. One more event happens, it will not take that into picture. Here, like no, that multiple events happen, it's going to assign the next clock only. So you want to, unless you do as an example, you will not know.
Okay, so if you do the last thing, it will assign that clock itself.
Latest value it will take, okay. Right? Whenever the clock ticks, then only it takes the value of D. And here, like it takes at that instant takes the D. After that, it doesn't consider. It's like a latch. It closes the gate.
So in the above example, it will execute only in the following clock.
Okay, does everyone understand this? Let me go. And Girish, do you have to follow?
Yes, sir. I'm watching the old video too.
Okay, no, whatever I just said, this concept, are
Yes,
you able
sir.
to follow? Okay, Yogesh, how about you?
Yeah.
You're able to follow. Okay, Siddharth, you got it?
Yes, sir. But there's also some sort of disturbance on your net. I don't know if it's from this end or it's from.
Yeah, I don't know. So anyone else has a disturbance in when I speak something?
No, sir.
Okay, I think so. Yeah, Siddharth, you'll have to check.
Yeah, I've just exited myself out from the Zoom and I've tried to come in back, but still I kind of face a.
Yeah, okay. Is it a lot of noise, or? Because it's very, when you talk, it's very clear to me.
Yeah, that's what even I'm trying to figure out. Yeah. Now it's fine.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It,
So I think so. You guys do. I'll give this homework. You already have one homework. You don't have to. It's not assignment. For you to understand this better, you have to code that and check. But make sure the D you change the sort of clock. You change it randomly and see what is. That's how you understand. You have to make your hands dirty. Right? There's no way. It's not a. It's like cooking. I told example, right? Just by reading the book, you cannot cook. You have to go to the kitchen and try various things, right? Then only you know cooking, right? Same way. Just by going to the class, you'll not learn. You have to try it out using the tool, right? And somebody has to explain what is EDA playground to Siddharth, right? So who's going to tell him what is EDA playground? I think somebody told he's going to tell what is elevator pitch. The same person can tell. I think Pawan, right? Yeah, Pawan, tell him what is the EDA playground, how to use the tool. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we all will move from next month. We all will go into the Model Tech PE. I think I'll have who has installed it. I think Vishnu and Shankar are trying it. So I'll ask them to explain. Yeah, I tried to install it today. It didn't go through. So I need to ask Shankar. I'll figure it out. Okay. Let's go to the next slide. Named event control. Let's see what is that. Please so tired. What is the time? Okay, 10 more minutes. Right. So what is the named event control? Let's read this. This is a good example. This is an example for a data buffer storing data after the last packet of the data has arrived. Right. It's like a buffer. You know what is a buffer, right? What is a buffer?
Something extra.
It's something like storing some storage space. Something extra is also a buffer. I agree that in English. In technical knowledge, buffer is somewhere you buffer something, you store something. Right. So it's storing the data. Basically, it's example data buffer means storing the data. After the last packet of data has arrived, when you get the last data, you accumulate some data, right? So that's like that, right? So you're receiving something called event, receive data. That's called event. This is a new keyword. Note this, right? It's a new keyword. You never read this so far, right? I've not explained this. What is event? Correct? It's a new keyword for you. So note down. Write down. Oops. So write down there's something called keyword key event. See, I'll try to explain this, but you have to look at the Samuel Palitner book and you have to read on your own. Right? I told you I'll not explain every single thing. You have to read on your own. Right? So always at passage of clock begin if last data packet and receive data. This is again all syntax. You'll have to understand. If this is the last data packet, trigger the event data. So receive data is the event. If you put this kind of symbol, a dash followed by less, greater than symbol, less than symbol, that means you're creating an event on this. It's even like, otherwise you let's say this is a signal like a a clock. You put at clock, you put it right. Just like that. You want to create an event on this, and you like well, I'll go one step forward. So you do is always add receive data. You do something. It's always equal to like add passage of clock is one event, right? So here same way, but you don't define that explicitly called event. When you say passage clock, that's called event, right? So similarly, you say receive data and event, you are declaring an event explicitly. The passage clock is an implicit event. This example for an explicit named event. That's what he's calling it.
Yeah, symbol like a forward mark is used to trigger an event.
Event, yeah, exactly, yeah. So that is the syntax. How you create an event by a dash and a less than symbol, right? That's how you say you create an event. Then in the always at receive data, that particular block executes basically, right? It triggers that. So whenever the last data packet comes, that's a signal name. You create an event in this block. The next block, whenever the event happens, you do a bunch of things. It's called concatenation. I think I told you about what is concatenation in the previous class. You just combine 3 bits and you form a data buffer. That's what it's doing when it's like a communication system. You have to read, right? I'm getting a data packets. So 4 bits are coming. You take the 4 bits. When the end last packet comes, you take the 4 bits and you stuff them and you put in the data buffer. That's what it is. It's a real life example, right? It's not a fake thing, right? Right? He's a project example. He's showing a project example. Okay. Agreed, guys? You understand? Raise the hand if you don't understand.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, if somebody is not followed,
Understood. Understood, sir.
Bhuvanesh doesn't understand. Okay, okay, no, yeah, fine. Probably he doesn't understand. So, okay, very good. Let's move forward.
I understood, sir.
Very good, very good. Okay. Whatever, next one.
You have to change your point of view.
Yeah, painful. It worked last time. Yeah. So level sensitive timing control. What is this? So you don't have to remember the thing, but you should know how to code because it's not exam. It's not a college exam, right? Nobody's asking you. But I may ask you in a quiz, but you better remember, but you don't have to buy heart. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So it's not a college exam, right? They'll not, don't ask a theory question, but you should know how to use them. Why I'm telling all this? Because your test bench, I want you to use all these constructs. You have to practice. I'm not giving you labs, but I'm going to give a project, mini project very soon. So I would expect you to use all these constructs when you're writing your test bench.
Is that going to be a single man thing or a team?
We'll do team. And it'll be a real event. I'll give a project. You have to do it that 1.5 hours. You have to create breakout rooms. You have to do yourself and then come and share your screen and show the result to me. It'll be a live show. It's not like a homework, right? Like how you do the lab, the exam, right? I'll try and define a problem. I'll give a time. I'll not give you the same. I'll give a 1 day before, 2 days before. You come prepared with your design, then you can come and code it here. You don't have to do the coding before. You don't have to rehearse. You come planned with your design. I told you there are 6 steps to design, right? So somebody has to tell again. Pawan, you have to tell. So let's send Pawan as a mentor for Siddharth. So Pawan, you have to tell Siddharth what are the 5 or 6 steps I told. How do you approach the design? You all remember, right? 6 steps to design. Right, Pawan?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you have to explain to Siddharth. Siddharth, you write down, you have to bug Pawan, so he'll teach you what are the 6 steps to design. There's a process.
Sure, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you ask Pawan basically, and you have to look at the past videos and you just sync up with Pawan. So I'll keep reminding some important concepts. So you make sure that you ask them, right? You make a note of it, all these points, right? Okay, let's go to the class, right? So always always wait, count enable, hash 20 count equal to count plus 1. What does it do? Whenever the count enable is high, every time units, the count increments by 1. That's what it does. It's like a counter, right? So every 20 time units, the counter increments by 1. And the counter enable has to be high. Whenever the counter is enabled, every 20 units, it's like it's a counter implementation for the test bench, right? It's a different style of coding, man. Understand? So understand the syntax and what is the purpose of it, right? Always wait count enable. You understand, right? You're waiting on the count enable to happen. If count enable is 0, this is like an event basically, right? It's called level sensitive timing control. So always wait of count enable. Whenever the count enable happens, till the time you have to wait. #20 count equal to count plus 1. So every time units, so once it comes and says this always is going to happen. There's no event, right? It's always going to execute this. Infinitely it's going to be execute this. But the wait, it will not execute. When it will execute, only if the count element is 1. Whenever this is true, it's going to wait until that. When it is true, right? And every 20 time units is going to be incrementing it to 1. Understand? So you have to practice again. Unless you practice, you will not remember. It's very hard. You will forget it. So as I said, you have to use all these constraints in some example, one place or the other, right? For the test bench. And you can build, believe me, you can build a powerful test benches. Okay, while loop, I'll go a little fast. I'll not go to the entire thing. Don't bother about this. I'm going to talk it very soon. It's called two-dimensional arrays. It's like a memory, right? So we'll talk very soon about that. Don't worry about the syntax, right? So what you have to worry about is while loop here, right? While our data I is less than 100, right? So what does it do? You increment the value of I, then what does it do, man? Let's see. Sends first value of our data to array to allow while loop execute. So what does it do? See, this is not, do not use in synthesizable code. I'm putting it. While loop is not synthesizable. It's only for the test bench, right? So what does it do? Let's understand, man. I forgot the concept. With the data is less than 100, right? Your your index. What is index value? Index value is 0 in the beginning. You're sending it to 0, right? And then you are multiplying 0 into 0. So you're multiplying something and keeping it 0. And you're looking what is the content of that. If content is less than 100, increment the index by 1. Then what you store is 1 into 1 is 1. You're storing 1. Wait for 10. You go next time. The content of 1 is less than 100. Yeah, it is less. So 1 plus 1 is 2. I think you're initializing an array. That's what he's doing, right? He's initializing an array. First, you want to initialize the array. You want to place 0 in the 0 index, then 1, then 2. Let me write it down. Probably you'll understand better. So there is an array, right? There's an array. You're defining array. You know what is an array, right? Because you all know C, right? Correct? This is an array.
Yes, sir.
Right? So this is a 0th bit, this is 1 bit, 2nd bit, so on, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th bit, right? So 10 bits, that's what you're defining here. You're defining 8 bits, but I'm saying it's 10 bits. You're defining 10 bits. So first time it comes, I is 0, initialize, you comes here, you write a value of 0 here, right? And you increment the 1. Next time you come over and write a value of 1 here, write a value of 2, so on. Finally, write a value of 10 here. Sorry. Right? So you're initializing it basically, right? You guys understood? If you don't understand, raise your hands. Okay, very good. The class understands. Again, you try this. Unless you try it out and try the results for yourself, you may not understand this perfectly. You may understand for the moment, but the next class asks you to explain. No, you will not be able to do it, right? So reading is not just reading. So when you say you have to practice, right? It's not a theory class. It's not a college. Remember that, right? It's how industry works. When you learn something in industry, you have to try on your own, right? When you say you practice means you read means it's not that you go read the slides or go through the video. It's not that. You have to practice. That's what I mean, right? So you keep the slides as a reference. You practice. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. For loop. So for loop can synthesize sometimes, but you have to have some cautions. The for loop is synthesizable. It's also not synthesizable. It depends on how you use that. Okay. It's very similar to C. For count equal to 0, count less than 128, count equal to count plus 1, display the count. It's like very similar to your C program, right? This is like test bench, you can use this. So for loop can be used to initiate the array or a memory, right? Same thing we saw the previous example, right? It's like that. So for I equal to 0, I less than 2, I equal to I plus 2. Initiate all the even locations is the 0, right? It's a state is an array. So you define state I is 0. For I equal to 1 to 32, I equal to I plus 2. all the odd locations with 1. You take all the locations, you put to 1 there, right? You understand? I'll write an example always quickly. So same example. Oops. Where is it? So same way. Oops, man. Same like last array, right? You 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? There are 5 locations. So all the even locations you initialize by 1. Where is my mouse, man? Oops, it went down. You initialize by 1. All the even locations. All odd locations you initially write zeros. That's what it does, right? Correct? Understand? You understand this, right?
Yes, sir.
I think you didn't focus, that's why. So can somebody explain Ishwar? Yogesh, can you explain Ishwar? What did I explain just now?
Okay, no, I get it now. Fine.
Okay, Ishwar understands. Very good. Okay.
I saw the comment line, then I understood.
Okay, fine. Let's go to next slide. Repeat loops. Understand we have. Probably I'll end in next 1 or 2 slides, right? So repeat loops. So it's the same. Repeats can be used in simple code, but be careful. Like for loop, repeats can be synthesized, but you have to be careful, right? So it will not be always be synthesized. You'll get an error in the synthesis tool. That's all. And your lint tool also will catch. That's why called linting.
You will get an error, both for and repeat.
You'll get an error when you run the.
No, you said they can be used in synthesis in the code, but you have.
Use caution.
Yeah. Where exactly will you get an error?
You put some junk code randomly. You have to keep your design in mind and do it, right? If you write RTL code, you should have the hardware in mind. You have to write that circuit in the paper, then only you do it. As long as you do that in mind, it will work. You just code rightly, like for repeat equal to some signal, some blah blah blah, it will not work. It's any RTL code, you should have the hardware in mind, then only you should do it. Okay. So what is that? It's like, you're generating a clock. Every 10 cycles, every 10 nanoseconds, you go to toggle the clock. So 10 times you'll do it. 10 clock period will generate. 5 nanoseconds, everything will go into clock. So 10 times it's going to execute it, right? So I hope you understand this, right? You can do it. Okay. Next one. So probably I'll end with this slide. So for loop should not be used in synthesis because it's not for synthesis. It's only for the test bench. Make sure the for loop takes some delta time. I think I have not told you what is the delta time. I'm going to introduce the next class. Probably I'll introduce it. What is the delta delay, right? Or it could hang your simulation. It's very deadly, right? So you should have some delta time. I'll explain this with a good example next class, man. I think I need to show you this better. What is the delta delay, right? So yeah, probably I'll hold on this slide. I don't know. That's what the language says. You try. You'll not that. There's no design equivalent for that. That's what it means, right? There's no equivalent for that in the design, the hardware. It's more for test purpose. Okay, I'll explain. I think I'm getting to the end of it. I think I'll go to the other task, but I'll explain. Come back and explain this slide. I need to explain you what is the delta delay. Then only I can talk about this better. Okay, and there are some references I'll give you. So you have to start reading. Even though I'm not completing the lecture, but I'm giving you references. So start reading these references. You'll get some assignments based on this. Right? These are some useful. You will learn something called full case and parallel case. So Evil twins of Verilog synthesis. I told you it's like Evil actually, right? You read this paper, you'll understand better way. It's very easily explained. So RTL code, simulation synthesis mismatch. We spoke about it, right? There's a reference for that, right? Blocking statements with delays, myths and mysteries.
What exactly is the mystery?
You read it, man, then you'll know. They're interesting papers. 3 papers. You read it. We'll have some quiz. I'll have some exam based on this. You don't have to present. You tell me when you will be ready for that. Maybe on 15th of September. I'll give you 2 weeks from now.
Isn't that the day when the webinar is starting?
The webinar will be on few days. It will be on 3rd and 10th.
No, that's when the webinar is starting.
Yeah, 15th. But we'll have you will have 1 day before that, right? What happens, right? We'll have on 14th. Yeah, I'll around that we'll have. I'll give you 2 weeks time. Go to then prepare, right? And I'll have a exam. Basically, you have to come and do. I'll not give a quiz. The class you'll have to do it independently. You have to do it, and you have to submit me the answers. Okay. So I'll ask you one by one. We'll see how do you do that. I'll try and structure it. Right? I'll have question paper. You do it in online, then I'll evaluate whatever it is, right? So start preparing. It's very useful, right? We'll do that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys. See you on today is what, Thursday, right? See you on Saturday. Saturday 7 p.m. We have invited lecture. I sent you the topic. I think I have to add
Yes,
that
sir.
to. Oh yeah, this one also, Siddharth also. Yeah. So please attend this very interesting thing. I'll get few other external people also who are interested. I'll get few more students to attend that lecture who think they can get benefited. I'll get them, right? He's going to talk about his experience, and I told you right about this gentleman. He went through depressions and he had a lot of arrears. I think you should get your other guys to come and attend who has a lot of arrears, right? Tell all you take the responsibility. I want to get Raja and other guys to attend, right? You should take the responsibility. Get Raja and who's the other friend, Rakesh.
Rakesh.
I want full attendance on the class next Saturday. It's just for 1 hour. Yeah, pull them. They have to attend. Otherwise, they're not attending this course. I'm going to kick them out of the group. Tell them that way. Very simple as that, right? They have to come and spend 1 hour. I told Rakesh, you come and you spend as if you don't play football or you don't say TV, you don't eat, right? Why can't you spend 3 hours in a week on learning something, right? You have 24 hours, like no. Why can't you spend?
I tell them in certain terms you have to come.
Exactly, you tell others they are kicked out of the class. You tell them, right?
Tell them in very certain terms.
Yeah, you should take that.
Tell them that
Yeah, enforce. Nobody gets off on that day. You plan, arrange your work. Unless you get a family emergency or something, it's a life and death problem, then only your excuse. Otherwise, I expect everyone to attend, right? Because these people are spending 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Because these guys are spending a lot of effort for us, right? And I want feedback also after that. I asked feedback for last week lecture. Only 2 guys gave me feedback. I don't know why. You guys have any trouble? If you don't like the lecture, you please tell me I don't like it, right? I'll not get such people again, right? Why do you want to waste somebody's professional life, time? Their family time, they're coming and spending with you, right? Others, they would have gone for a shopping, they would have gone to temple, they would have played with their kids, they would have worked on their professional life, they would have seen a movie, right? There's so many things, right? So when I say ask for a feedback, when somebody comes, you have to respect that, right? I told you in another class time. So please give me feedback in person or who is not given. I want to take it very seriously. These guys, if they go and do this in public, they can raise money, right? They can easily, when they go and give public, they can get $5 or $10, whatever it is for the webinar, right? The same way, my time, the mentor card says, right, when somebody talks to me for 35 minutes, I'm going to earn 600 rupees or 700 rupees for that, 35 minutes of my time, right? So if I allow 1 hour to spend, I'll be make 1,200 rupees. I'll make. It's not that I want to make money. I'm not money minded. I'm telling you, right, the importance of time. If somebody can do spend that time on some other platform, they can make money or they can do anything. Because time is money, right? You have to understand. It may not be hard earned money, but time is very important because once you lose, you cannot get it. So please give me feedback. Any good things today you say in the group. If not so good things, please send me in private. I say record by voice and send is easy. It just take a few seconds for you to record by voice. So when I say something, please take it very seriously. I'll not be happy otherwise, right? So I'll take it as disrespected to me. I'll simple as that. If somebody is not giving feedback, they are disrespecting me. As simple as that. Okay. If you don't want to give feedback, please tell. It's okay to say no. I told you the class, right? For some reason, you don't know. It's okay to not to give feedback, but you communicate. Say, I don't want to give feedback. I don't want to give reason. Perfectly fine. I'll accept. But keeping quiet, I cannot digest that. It's not a good ethic, guys. Remember, right? It's like disrespecting somebody. Right? So please do not do that. It's okay to say no. Or you tell, I'm terribly busy with my exam. After 2 weeks, only I'll give feedback. Perfectly fine. But you come back after 2 weeks and give feedback. So you have to be very professional. Because I'm telling these are skills what the industry expects you to do. When boss comes and gives you an assignment, you cannot keep quiet. What happens in your class? Like you are in college, your HOD comes to give assignment to you. You have to do this within 1 week. Will you keep quiet like this?
No, sir.
What would happen to you? Tell me. Tell me what would happen.
After the time completes, the HOD sir will call us.
He will be mad.
Yeah, he'll yell at you, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'm not yelling at you. I'm telling very patiently, right? I'm not using any bad language.
Yes, sir.
I told you, don't allow me to cross my threshold. Because everyone has a threshold. I'll have to raise my voice sometime, right? Because one of my other meeting, other social initiative I'm working on, I had to raise my voice. It's very simple. I told the people not to send any forward message in the group. Don't send too many images. Don't forward. It's very simple as that. People didn't obey my rule. I gave them warning. I called the person in private, told them don't do it. I waited for a month. And then I told, I had to come in the meeting and tell, I didn't take the name. I told, if somebody does that, I'm going to make the group admin control. Everyone is going to lose that basically, right? I had to raise my voice. You'll have to. I cannot be patient every time. Sometimes you have to raise the voice to tell how serious you are, right? It doesn't work, right? So you have to do that way because that's a leadership style, right? Because somebody is really dumb, only you tell that certain way that guy will understand, right? You tell politely, not everyone understands. You tell politely, right? So that's called contextual leadership. So you learn from this style, right? Let's say you have a younger brother, you have a small niece or nephew, right, at home. So you tell very politely, and to the kid you have to tell, hey, don't do it. You have to say that way, right? Then only the kid will not do it again. So let's say it's going to touch the fire. Can you tell, oh ma, please don't touch the fire? Can you say that way? The kid will get,
No,
hey, don't touch it, run away. Right? You have to throw something at the object of the kid, right? That's what you do, right? So it's a contextual leadership. So I'll have to use those kind of skills on you. I'm trying to be as possible. But you have to learn. You have to deploy yourself. Like no, I'm telling you have to learn indirectly. Not everything can be taught directly. So you absorb by learning. You have to have a lot of patience. But sometimes you have to, give you a peace of mind and not by because when you raise your voice, you lose your cool. You don't know. Your brain stops thinking. You become emotional. I think I spoke about emotional thinking sometimes, right? Either you cry or you become too happy or become too angry. Your emotion overtakes your emotional quotient. It's called EQ or something, right? So it's a good topic. I'll have somebody come and talk to you. So you cannot become too happy or too sad or too whatever, right? So you have to have a balance. You have to be happy. I'm not saying you be sad. You have to be balanced, but when you're too happy or too sad, don't take decisions. That's what I'm saying, right? Don't commit to people. Don't promise. I'm so happy. I'll give you 1 lakh rupee today, right? I'll get you a nice bike. No, you should never do that, right? Because you should do this is a favor. He told you go to talk to Rakesh and get everyone in the class, right? I'm so happy. I'll give a boon to him, right? Don't give the blank check. I'm telling you, right? Right. I do that. But sometimes you have to do a blank check. I told there are a couple of students who are volunteering for the webinar. What you are doing, right? That 4 students are working. I told I'll do anything you tell me. I'm giving a boon. You come back and tell me what you want. Boon in terms of skill development, and don't ask me in terms of money or anything. Don't ask me a job. In terms of skill development, you tell me what skills you want. I'll give it for free. That's what I told them, right? Like that. So sometimes you have to give the boon, but don't give the boon like what Kaikeyi gave to Dasratha in Ramayana, right? Whoever knows Ramayana, right? You don't give that kind of a boon. You see, the entire Ramayana happened because of that. Hopefully that Dasratha didn't tell Kaikeyi that you don't give that boon. Like, things would have been easier, right? The whole Ramayana wouldn't have happened. Those who know, sorry Yogesh, you may not know what is Ramayana, right? Sorry about it. Yeah, maybe you ask your dad if you're interested, right? Right. It's an Indian epic, basically, right? Yeah, that's how it is done. So you have to do storytelling. The way how we teach, it's all storytelling. I'll try and include, if Yogesh doesn't mind, I'll try and include some stories and then try and teach the concepts in the stories, right? So that you will understand. Okay, enough of that the thing, guys. Thank you so much. See you on Saturday 7 p.m. without fail. Okay, bye bye.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.